to Calm in Christ. Today we're going to talk about something that for years felt like a gaping wound in my spiritual life, a source of profound shame and isolation. We're talking about where to start reading the Bible. I need to be honest with you. For the longest time, the Bible wasn't a comfort to me. It was a condemnation. It's out on my shelf, a heavy, silent judge, reminding me every single day of my spiritual failure. I'd pick it up, desperate for something, anything to click, to make sense, to give me the peace everyone else seemed to find in its pages. But it never did. I'd open it, my heart pounding with a mixture of hope and dread, only to be met with words that felt like a foreign language. Genealogies, laws, battles. It was like trying to read a textbook written in an alien tongue, while my soul was screaming for a lifeline. I'd close it, the sound echoing the despair in my chest. The guilt was a physical weight crushing me. Why couldn't I get this? Why was I so broken? Why did God feel so distant when his own words were right there, mocking me from the page? If that resonates with you, if you've ever felt that gut-wrenching inadequacy, that isolation, that burning shame because you just couldn't connect with the very source of faith, then you are not alone. This isn't about being a perfect Christian. This is about the agonizing struggle to even begin to feel like one. I used to believe there was a secret handshake, a hidden key to unlock the Bible, that if I just tried harder, if I was smarter, if I was more spiritual, it would all make sense. And every time it didn't, it felt like a fresh betrayal. My mind would flood with accusations. You're not a real Christian. You're too broken. God can't speak to you. And my heart, already bruised and battered by life, would just shut down even further. The expectation that I should just know how to read it, that it should be easy, that it should bring instant peace was a lie that kept me trapped. It kept me from the very source of healing I desperately needed. It turned God's loving invitation into another task I was failing at. There came a point when the silence from God, the perceived silence, became unbearable. The world was loud, my own thoughts were louder, and I was drowning. And in that brokenness, and after watching many YouTube videos on the Bible and devotionals, I saw someone who said it was a good idea to start with John, Romans, Psalms, Proverbs, then Acts. So if you're desperate for a real connection, then this is where you should start. Not at the beginning of the Bible, but at the heart of it, the Gospels. So I am. And I just finished John, and I'm just starting Romans. Start with meeting Jesus first. Then, after the above list, read Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Why the Gospels? Because they are the raw, unfiltered accounts of Jesus' life. They show you God not as a distant, angry judge, but as a compassionate, relatable human being who walked our dusty roads, felt our pain, and spoke words that cut through the noise straight to the soul. When I finally started reading John, it wasn't just words on a page anymore. It was like a parched soul finally finding water. It was seeing a reflection of my own brokenness and then seeing it healed, redeemed, and loved. Don't get me wrong, some of it is still a little confusing and I don't understand everything, but I'm starting to understand a little bit more than I did before. The Gospel of John doesn't just tell you about Jesus, he invites you into a relationship with him. He speaks of light and darkness, of life and death, of a love so profound it changes everything. It's where I finally understood, not just in my head, but in the deepest parts of my being, what it meant to be a child of God. It was the truth that shattered the shame. This isn't about becoming an expert. This is about survival. This is about finding the oxygen your soul needs. So here's how I learned to approach it. Not as a scholar, but as a desperate seeker. One breath, one bite. Don't try to devour it. You'll choke. Take one chapter a day, or even just a few verses. Let them sit. Let them marinate. This isn't a race. It's a slow, agonizing, beautiful process of healing. Before you read, before you open that book, close your eyes and pray. God, I'm lost. I don't understand. Please speak to me through these words. Show me you're real. Show me you care. That raw honesty changes everything. Feel the words. Don't just read with your eyes. Read with your gut and with your heart. What makes you flinch? What makes you sigh? What makes you feel a flicker of hope? Those are the places God is touching. Don't intellectualize it away. Let it hurt. Let it heal. Keep a journal. Not for pretty notes, but for the messy, ugly truth of what you're feeling. Write down the verse that punched you in the gut. Write down your anger, your confusion, your tiny sparks of hope. This journal isn't for anyone else. It's your raw conversation with God. This isn't about being strong. It's about being weak enough to let God be strong for you. It's about showing up even when every fiber of your being wants to run and hide. Even after all this, there will still be days when it feels like nothing. Days when the words are just words and the silence is deafening. I still have those days, and on those days, the pain can be almost unbearable. Hold on to those days. Don't give up. Just keep holding on. You remember that faith isn't a feeling, it's a desperate, stubborn act of will. You keep showing up even when you feel absolutely nothing, because God is working in the unseen, in the depths of your despair, even when you can't feel it. Don't let the enemy tell you you're failing. You're fighting, and God honors the fight. Extend grace to your wounded soul. Every time you open that Bible, you're saying, I still believe you're in here, God. I'm still reaching for you. It is a reminder that even when my mind betrays my heart, even when the world screams lies, I'm still His. And reading the Bible, in all its painful, beautiful honesty, is how I cling to that truth. It's how I find my calm, not in the absence of pain, but in the presence of a God who understands it. So if you're desperate for a change, if you're tired of the spiritual emptiness, if you're ready to fight for your peace, then this is your desperate next step. Start with John, and for the next 7 days, read just one chapter a day. Fill the words, scribble your soul into a journal, and just allow God to meet you in your brokenness. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be broken enough to let Him in. With every painful, beautiful step, you will find more of the peace, the healing, and the profound, unwavering love that your heart has been screaming for. You will find your calm in Christ, not in spite of your pain, but often right through it. Which gospel are you going to start with? Or what has your own painful journey been like? Let's share our scars and find healing together. And if you want more raw, honest conversations about faith and finding peace. And for those of you who are seeking more but perhaps aren't ready to step into a church building just yet, I want to extend a gentle invitation. You can find more messages of hope and peace, including full sermons, on our church website at Wiregrass Church. It's a safe space to explore, listen, and connect whenever you're ready. I put the link in the description below. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And if this channel helps you feel a little less alone while navigating faith, mental health, confusion, overthinking, or healing, I'd really love for you to stay and continue growing with me here on Calm in Christ. We're figuring this out together, one quiet step at a time. God bless you. I'll see you in the next video.